Good morning and welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I have messages from your animal spirit guide oracle cards, and our card of focus today is Octopus. And it says, practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. Okay? So in order to become really good at shape-shifting, it's necessary to be flexible and resilient, and be willing to practice a lot of different identities by altering things about yourself, like your hair or how you dress or your demeanor, right? It can also be your mannerisms. Octopus asks that you focus on body language and voice qualities, right? Make little changes first and then watch and see what happens. Sometimes people won't recognize you. When you get really good at doing this in the physical world, then you can kind of mess around with modifying your aura, which is that energy field around you, okay? You can intentionally expand it or contract it. And even these little energetic differences can make you unrecognizable to people who know you. Or someone might say, did you get a haircut? That kind of thing, right? So this is about you just sort of experimenting with different ways of presenting yourself to the world, right? And when we do this, it opens up aspects of ourselves that we didn't know we had, or we haven't been in touch with, or we've lost touch with. So we all have a lot of different personas that we operate through. You know, you have the work you, the social you, the I'm going to go for a hike you, I'm going to be quiet in nature you, like different things like that. Okay. And it's just a matter of being conscious about them and learning how to modify them through this art of shape shifting. Actors do this all the time. They study people, they change themselves in order to pull off a character. When you do this, you're going to be able to adapt to a lot of different situations that you encounter, right? So just have fun with it. Just, don't forget who you are at the core, the core of you, but have fun with it. I feel like this is sort of a carryover from our fun reading yesterday. So Octopus is here to say, let's have some more fun. Let's keep the fun going. Okay. I have the Pulp Tarot, and we're going to dig into this a little bit. It is fun energy. Really, really fun energy. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you have to help my guy get up on the bed. He likes to sit here while I do the reading. Anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. I am so honored to be able to bring you these messages every day. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having fun. And if you're not, that may be a call to action for you to go do something fun. All right. Please take these messages as they resonate, okay? This is your opportunity to practice that discernment. Trust your intuition. You'll know if this is for you or not. All right. Let's get into this playful octopus. Wow, right out of the gate, you have the Ace of Cups. Okay, and that is a gift from Spirit. It is your cup overfloweth. Love, so much love. It can represent new relationships, new beginnings in love, new beginnings in relationships. Okay, so we'll get into that. Maybe this is a new relationship with aspects of the self, right? In your energy, you have the Page of Pentacles. Look at that. Look at how this page is looking at that coin going, I am going to figure you out. So maybe there's something to this shape-shifting that is sort of putting you or assisting you on this new sort of path to a stable foundation, right? Because that's what the pentacles are about. They're about the stability in the material world. It's about being very, very grounded in the earthly energies. Okay, the Page of Pentacles, now it's a really fresh energy. And they can sometimes be a little immature and childlike, but the Page of Pentacles has a very adult analytical mind about financial growth and development. Okay, so this is where you're at. Keep in mind the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, this is where you're going. This is about you getting to the Queen of Pentacles. This is about you having everything that you want. This is about you working. Now, Pentacle energy is hardworking energy too. Like Pentacles understand the work that must be done to reach that achievement, right? But look at how the Pentacle is how the Page of Pentacles is holding this coin out, and this Queen of Pentacles is also holding it out. The Page is observing. The Queen is holding it out, going, "Look at what I did. You told me I couldn't do it. Look at this," right? So, I mean, typically that's not what it is, but in this particular reading and the way that this card, the image is, it feels like that. It feels like someone told this Queen, there's no way that it's possible for you to achieve this. And then here she is holding that out, right? Now, this also can be the Queen, handing a coin to someone, but I like the other one better. I like the other way better. All right. Shape-shifting. Have fun. Yeah, you're working on building a stability. But the nature of this is really about love and new beginnings. And overcoming obstacles. So that might be a big part of this. Like play with the personas. Play with mannerisms. Play with body language, right? Play with shifting your aura energy. I'm not saying that you're blocked. I don't feel like you're blocked. You're in sort of observation mode right now. So that might actually help propel you forward. Get your besties together. Throw some personas in a hat. Everybody pick one and then go to lunch. And you got a whole character, right? How fun would that be? That would be fun. In your energy, here's the Ace of Wands. You have 2 aces up here so far. So this is your wake-up call. There's some sort of really great idea that's going to be presented to you through this playtime of shape-shifting. Okay? And trying on different hats. And when I say that, I mean trying on different personalities. If you're worried about doing that in front of people that you know, go someplace where you don't know people. And just play around. This really is a playful energy, but there's kind of a hidden purpose behind the playfulness, because it feels like it's going to lead you to something. Under that Queen of Pentacles, yeah, the 7 of Wands, stand your ground. This is a card of persistence. Like you're not backing down. No matter what anybody says, you're not backing down. Stand your ground. You are about to overcome some obstacle through the playfulness of shape-shifting. And dun, 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 you're going to start a new journey. Here's the Fool, right? Leap of faith. Yes, there are risks involved, but doesn't matter. You're going anyway. Yeah, this is going to lead you in a whole new direction, or in a direction if you feel like you haven't been moving at all. Excuse me. Yeah. I just said, if you feel like you haven't been moving at all, right? Here's our 8 of Swords, right? These are, and this is in your energy. So I got to say it, but this is what we do to ourselves. These are the limitations and the restrictions that we put on ourselves. Okay. With this Ace of Wands coming in, this wake-up call, it's going to, excuse me, it's going to make it a little harder to take action if you stay kind of stuck like this, right? Now, this can just be outdated beliefs. It can be something that someone told you once that became a belief of yours, although maybe you didn't investigate it, or it can be things we were taught growing up that really have no place in today's world, in this belief system. That, I mean, things change, things evolve. So this is something that we need to stop, right? Shake out of the bindings, pull the blinder off, right? Off your eyes, and notice that these swords are not a cage, they're not a prison. Okay? And let it go. Because there's something already in your energy. There's something already there with that Ace of Wands. And you've got to take the blindfold off and look up to see it. It is a gift. I was just going to say something about limitations and restrictions in regards to the playfulness of the shape-shifting, the acting, the playing. But I can't, I lost it. Okay, also, okay, keep in mind, here's the King of Pentacles. Now you have the King and the Queen. Okay, this is sort of a power couple. If your questions are about love, right? But to me, this seems like you're pretty, well, and this could be, it could be someone new coming in, right? You've got the Ace of Cups, which is talking about new beginnings, new relationships, that kind of thing. So it's quite possible that you're going to bump into someone through this time of playfulness who might give you some advice, help you maybe with your material world issues, or you know, maybe you're looking to invest, that kind of thing. It's often work related, job related, boss energy. But I don't want it to, I don't want it to be too serious, because you're meant to play. So this is all going to come through this playtime of just sort of trying on different hats and expressing yourself differently and choosing different mannerisms and body language. When you start playing with all of that energy, right, you're going to unblock some stuff. And these pentacles are just going to come flying in. Play around, play around. Okay, yeah, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. All right, this is hardship and struggle. But it's also a card of great courage. I believe it is, because it takes courage to turn your back on a perceived security, on something that seemed like a safety net for you. It is a card of breakthrough, okay? You are leaving that situation. You're leaving that situation and you're moving into that King and Queen of Pentacles. And look at this, the sun is coming out for you. There you have it. Yeah, go play. Work on your energy, mess around with different body language. Maybe there's someone you know that they do a certain thing that you like when they're walking, or the way they tip their head or something, you know, just mess with different. Sit in front of a mirror. Try different expressions. Talk to yourself. It's a really, really good way to get to know you, and I think that there might be an aspect of the self that's kind of trying to come out, right, with the sun coming up. And it's going to lead you into some really cool things, okay? So, don't forget to play. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I'll see you next time.